Who started brightly. Martin Zubimendi, £60 million for Real Sociedad, Arsenal's most expensive new recruit this summer. The season stranger things have happened, but he did feel a bit optimistic from Patrick Dorgu, looking for his first ever Manchester United goal. There's one couple of minutes of every scenario here, from the dream starts to the disaster. Every break that goes is still stand. Well, there's only one second Premier League games as Manchester United head coach so far. Story of Dorgu.
Watching her a bit as well, so of course, they try to compete with the ball, and the ball was sort of bobbing around, but it's just caught Patrick Dorgu there. I think someone who could just say,
Direct. Now like the big lights. This tune is attempted for a second box, but still be a little sicker with the moment to see the corner.
two or three times Manchester United have turned Arsenal round with the good runners in those wider areas. Bournemouth made that last one with the pass from out. That time it's Dorgu. The right idea to hit it first time across the 6-yard box. He just didn't catch it. But I get the chance from this Bruno Fernandes corner now to apply more pressure.
Bodies around the field, so distribution. All the goals for second.
The old second club I think so is important in part too, because that was a really fast break from Arsenal. Excellent work from the goalkeeper. Really ended. Bukayo Saka skips past now there. Arsenal could have been in business, but really good challenge.
Also, Manchester United 13 Premier League starts in 2 campaigns as Manchester United player. They did start the final of 4 Premier League matches of last season. And very much plays into the thinking of head coach Ruben Amorim. The urgency here for Ben White, waiting for to the corners. Real. Takes good, couldn't get in touch. Rojo shuffling it back to Bayern Munich.
Not taking any chances with that kid there, just putting his foot through it.
They're taking him on stage. Pushing responsibility. Manchester United not shrinking under the big challenges. Good industry now from Gyökeres to get it back for Arsenal. And here is Gabriel Martinelli. So it's good to back up around the defence similar to Mason Mount a moment ago. So far, all of these signings are looking bright and sharp. United. Fernandez. Trying to jump into the area though. This is Martin Odegaard. Gets away from Euro, steps back to left for a last hit corner.
Yeah, it wasn't a good ball that Bruno Fernandes dropped off to his teammate there in the box. I think here this one's got to go. He ends up putting Euro in a lot of bother. Odegaard picks it up, skips past a couple of challenges, and then De Ligt gets across to smother that.
This is Bruno Šiković. He's one of the strongest strengths last season. We have all pre-season to look at new routines. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve here. So there's much tougher than everything else. He's got that whole line on the edge of the play here.
That's interesting, that's new.
Here we go. Rice. And Diego. Furious. Arsenal celebrates the opening goal of Japan. It's another Arsenal goal from a corner. Ballinger couldn't push it through.
The goalkeeper certainly didn't look comfortable dealing with it. Simon Hook hasn't really gone either. Since the ball's gone in the back of the net, the referee has just been in discussion with the United boys. He literally says the ball crossed the line. I don't think he's totally convinced either. Let's have a look. Saliba, it looks like, was in and around. I don't think he does enough to disturb the goal. I don't. I think that's a little bit flimsy on the goalkeeper, I really do. It may well be that Saliba gets penalised for that. I think United will look at it.
The goalkeeper's not going to protect his species, but there's no arm wrapped around the goalkeeper. Saliba's presence sure, but this goal is going to stand. Ricardo Calafiore, who scored twice in the Premier League last season, gives Mikel Arteta an excellent start, considering how well Manchester United have done in open play.
Yes, for 10 minutes, United in the better team. But first time Arsenal were loaded into the box with all those big guys in there. Clever with their set plays there. The delivery is always useful. Vindy never looked totally comfortable in dealing with it, did he? Get a lot of traffic around the goalkeeper. I do think sometimes teams create more problems for their goalies by them. Right time, yeah, and they've got good possession. Declan Rice in particular. You just got to think about travelling a bit further forward. Losing responsibility a little more than Odegaard to get back and provide a screen for their back four. Since the goal, they've been much the better team, Arsenal. Keeping the ball nicely. United have just lost their line.
Interactions. The Brazilian was fouled for Alfred. The referee's call is no foul.
Yeah, it's careless start from David Ryan. Once he tries to try that back onto his left foot, the Bruno is going to go very tight, very close to pinching him. He's a lucky boy there, the goalkeeper.
Just not a part to the world's been that way for his sunshine. There's nobody knows of David Ryan today. Manchester United.
United in this little period now, and they know they've been starting nice and bright. They've just got off the ball a little bit. Casemiro and Bruno want to get on that ball a little bit more and start beating people 10, 20 yards rather than balls like that over 40 and 50, which are more easier for Saliba and get ball and play out. Really good challenge on Odegaard, picks his head up, switches it beautifully right into the path of Mbele, nice first touch. Now you've got that classic 2v2. Always going to try and drive him on the left foot, but just doesn't really create enough of an angle. Therefore makes himself extremely big and does enough.
Manchester United to replace. Manchester United referees in Premier League came up to win this in February against Ipswich Town. It's a good chance for Dundas. That's a second.
Was a bit weak, wasn't it, in the end? Nice move, good one, Ben White in that right side. Exactly the right ball from himself, that's a Gabriel Martinelli. Just didn't make the most of it.
Swede to make glass for the Premier League. That's where his Kim Castro taking a sort of goal. Myself hoping that they solve their stoppage conundrum. Continues to
Just on Bono to really that quarter in here. Too much, that's exactly what Diogo was saying. It's a great run. Again, I can look forward and squeezing it towards our Arsenal players back there as well. Sometimes you're better off letting these forwards get on with it. It's bottom line when he gets that ball there and bring up.
The Manchester United fans expecting to see a Premier League debut for the start of April. And he's from Leipzig. So, talented tips from the top.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing United throughout the season. Very talented, as you say, a good technical striker. Strikes the ball beautifully.
Yolo. Casemiro has been really trendy so far. That's for the Braves. Braves have got a 1-0 lead for the Braves. To kick that out, so this will be a pass for Calafiore. Rodri is ready for it. Is he trying to replace? Yeah. Criscuia challenged by Montenegro. Here's Gabriel Martinelli. Manchester United fans as Arsenal's pass goes astray.
Yeah, that's a let-off. That's careless from Martinelli. Another good opportunity there to counter.
And defensively, Arsenal technical area this season, Gabriel Ince for Argentinian international. And Manchester United player, strangers to the systems, he's replaced Carlos Cuesta, who's going to take over as manager of Prague.
It's a great start, isn't it? Again, release nice and early on. So time to think here. Decides to just take it off and hit it. Why not? Hits it very well. It's hard and sure. It's not really spoiling to his left. He's not getting it. That's unlucky for Patrick Aubrey. Good effort.
Arriving at support.
Or at least give someone a better chance than he just did.
Very cute of Iron down for this new approach and reached the top of his head. He joined the club during the campaign. So this has been his first proper build to it.
And the big you are.
Stopped for a second. Odegaard also here to
I don't
punish
think
these
you are.
great moments. Nicholas. For Martinelli!
Nada way no. Debo no walk for me.
Charles had scored a volley in a similar location to that. But
That's a great one. I remember that guy in the blue shirt. That's Cunha travelling from one 18-yard box to the other. It's swift. When they go early and perhaps a little longer into Mbeumo and Cunha, I think that's good play. Don't be afraid to hit those guys early and give them a chance to chase them. It's a bit more room for them to exploit if you do that. Sometimes when the build-up is a bit slow and predictable, Arsenal can get back in big numbers.
There's Cunha, Ben White, Odegaard, Sancho holding on to Saka there. There's a persistent hold in the referee to continue. Bruno Fernandes makes the challenge. Saka doesn't give up though. Great tangle between those two. As the next header goes straight to Odegaard. Casemiro. Opening weekend of the season, but there's been no slow easing into things. This game is countered. Odegaard! And Bayern is covering the correct location.
He's moving with the ball, Martin Odegaard, very swiftly, isn't he? Really nicely picking up those good positions. Plenty of space, I like that. The way he skips past Casemiro. Little deflection, what Brian Diaz able to do with it.
Odegaard scored just 3 Premier League goals last season. They want to improve on that talent. Scored 4 more the previous campaign. And Bruno's tackled by Martinelli. This is Declan Rice. Zubimendi. Odegaard. It's an interesting ball. Lucas can keep it in play, which he does. But the flag is raised on the far side, and the Swede was offside as the pass was played.
Just shows you there that Gyökeres, how determined he is to chase perhaps lost causes on the end of that pass very quickly.
The goal considerable disappointment. Manchester United coming from the corner kick. Yes, they were known for those. United who felt that the goalkeeper had been impeded. Very important goal for Arsenal. She's really good.
Again, needs to shift that ball a little bit quicker there, Lenny Yoro. Just too much time.
It's a touch for Martinelli as it came in. It was Martin Odegaard. Now Manchester United need to get back. Nice acceleration from Odegaard, but it can't pick the pass to Martinelli.
They do look threatening Arsenal when they pick the ball up, actually deep in their own half and break. They've just got to take a little bit more care with that final pass.
It's making an entertaining game here. Manchester United must attack and also enjoy the counter-attack. So we've got to be careful inside the area. Here's the test. Close indeed. And he almost struck the match there.
Great play. So dangerous again in and around the edge of the box.
Casemiro is right back. Bruno Fernandes. Back from Matheus Cunha. Ben White was brave. Suggestions from Euro for fans and the players that Ben White handled that on the ground. Arsenal relieved to get it clear.
Great run there. And it's such a tight angle from Matheus Cunha, and David Raya gets a brilliant hand to that. Whether or not it was actually going in at the far post, I'm not sure, but goalkeeper certainly has just got to make sure he deals with it. He does exactly at fingertips. That's all it takes. It's just enough to divert it away from the goal. But Cunha frustrated that no one's following in. Others have got to get in and around there.
Matheus Cunha, who scored more Premier League goals last season for Wolves, and a combination of goals and assists than any Manchester United player did. So Declan Rice, and now Ben White. Saka. Zubimendi. Gets it back from White. Lead patterns from Arsenal. Saka. Zubimendi, it's about as far forward as he's been in the game. Odegaard, looking for the height of Gyökeres. And the ball reflects on one side of Calafiori, runs around the other. And he tries to do the same trick again on Martinelli.
Yeah, good work, Gabriel Martinelli there, getting back.
Calafiori. Saka. Must have got Dorgu there, it did. Corner it to Arsenal, which is always a threat.
It is. And this time, goalkeeper has to take control now. If there's too many people in and around him, then he's got, and by that I mean his own players, move him away, get him away, give him a bit of room to come and get it. It looks like Bukayo Saka's on the ball here, so it's going to be another in-swinger. You can see that the Arsenal players last season were sort of stacking up big time at the back post. Now all of a sudden there's more of them around the edge of the box, ready to run in more of a straight line.
And they start to the edge of the area and they all surge towards the 6-yard box. Up to nines in the front post, Odegaard. So the shot, this is Ben White, powerful accuracy. Big through for the Stretford end. Arsenal unbeaten in the last 14 Premier League away games. The last defeat on the road in the top flight was in November when they were beaten at Newcastle. And it's going to be the first yellow card of the afternoon. His goal separates the teams. Ricardo Calafiori with the first show yellow card.
Yeah, good grab in that shirt, yeah. Absolutely the right call.
Calafiori, Odegaard. Seductions to the right to get back into defensive positions. Manchester United push runners forward.
Just one in the box there. Dorgu's shaking up across. There's only Brian Mbeumo at the back post. Again, got to get more red shirts in and around that danger zone.
Closing stages of the first half. Manchester United beat Aston Villa in their final game of last season, but they went through the whole campaign without winning 2 league matches in a row. This is Casemiro. Mount. Did well to keep it alive there. Matheus Cunha. Mount. Moving for a shot. And missed. Deep line Arsenal defence.
Arsenal defender. I like the way whenever Cunha gets the ball in and around the box, he's always moving it. Almost looks like he's trying to get it out of his feet very quickly.
Just wanted to keep it in. The Arsenal goal coming from a corner kick last season. They had 17 Premier League goals from set pieces. And for Manchester United, it's a familiar failing. Last season, United conceded 15 goals from set pieces. Mbeumo, a bit off balance. Tries to adapt. So as good as he could do from there.
Yeah, it's unaccurate actually. Didn't give it up though, did he, Mason Mount? Played well first half, been impressed with his performance.
Mason Mount playing against Arsenal for the 10th time in his career. Never scored against them. Dorgu and Sargent direct his lead. Gyökeres needed a more delicate touch as he was going by Saka.
Strength there. Gyökeres just to make sure he nudges the legs out of the way. Past the Bukayo Saka, just a little too heavy.
Just very solitary look to the other goal. the break. What the goal separating the teams.
Yeah, good start from United. Arsenal scored that goal and then got into their stride and looked as if they could add to it. Well, United got one or two moments since, still not a lot in the game, but Arsenal well pleased with their efforts so far.
To recognise his Premier League debut. Only struck for Calafiori. Let's see Pirelli shots the ball, quite powerful, crossing positions from it. 27 years of age, he should be at his peak. There is the whistle for half-time. Here's Ricardo Calafiori's goal that separates the teams. Much to discuss about the nature of it. Bayern certainly wasn't happy, but the Italian strikes, all three Premier League goals he scored have been away from home. Patrick Dorgu came closest to Manchester United, looking for his first goal in red. He hit the post. And Matheus Cunha, who's been lively, but at the break at Old Trafford, it is Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1.
Well, after with the advances, that was an extremely open first half at Old Trafford. We will discuss it at length with Michael and Mighty Rowan. But that moment from the Arsenal corner that ended with Ricardo Calafiori nodding in at the back post. That's the difference at the moment. United have come close to an equaliser, but haven't found one. And that's the reason. At the break, the Gunners have the advantage.
My brother might be blind, but for him, football is not just about what we see, or what we feel.
It is said that this is a game of titles and trophies, winning and losing, heartbreak and slips and hope when it somehow makes it come back. It's beautiful, ridiculous game. You don't just watch it, talk about it, you see it.
You get them.
At HFM, we don't just support online trades. We empower all traders to take their first step, to believe and grow. With real knowledge, lightning fast execution, and instant withdrawals, all on a trusted platform. HFM gives you the confidence to trade on your terms. Join millions across the globe. HFM, trade your way.
Hả? Đứng đây. Ê! Fazia chão. Ê, que lacia.
Wherever you are, whatever your reason, it's on Super
Oui, sûr. Oui, sûr.
Available on DSTV
Vim. Oh, man, you play ball. That one there. Hey, killer!
Try to be positive, but great audience. All I want to do is find our dog.
Chelsea for my head.
Anyone knows how powerful urges can be. It's me. One wrong move. You will in real life for sisters.
75,000 are on Seaward Court. You have yourself a deal.
Who got it? Who got it? Against.
With Showmax, your favorite characters now follow you anywhere. Download it today and watch the best.
Yo, Richie. What's it? Go. Is it?
Arsenal leading Manchester United by goals nil at Old Trafford in the season. Let's get a quick half-time talk to the Arsenal skipper, Martin Odegaard.
Martin, to work really hard for that advantage you have at half-time. How have they challenged you, and how much resilience have you had to show?
Yeah, obviously they have quality, they have really good players up front. I think we let them play a bit too easy through us at times. When there's a lot of space also when we regain the ball and we get to run, we get out a few times, it just needs to be a bit more accurate there, and then we have some good chances to score.
Yeah, and it's the big opportunity for you, that space on the counter, and secondly, it's part of your job just to calm things down when it gets a bit hectic.
Yeah, it's been a bit too hectic at times. I think so much space is too open. We need to control it a bit better. Without the ball, need to be a bit more compact, and then when we get the ball, moments and be a bit more accurate when we counter.
Yes, it has been a fantastic moment, but Michael, we were discussing not only the fast start for United, but also the goalkeeping situation before the game, and then 13 minutes in, how disappointed would it be to concede it?
We put everything into the build up to the start of the season, the pre-season, the structure, the tactics, how you want to start a game, how you want to put yourself in a good position, and it's a nothing goal really, we haven't had to do an awful lot. I mean, it's clear. Arsenal are good at what they do, they try and create space, they have a lot of movement, they create little pockets of space, and they put pressure on the goalkeeper, but that's right in the goalkeeper's zone, he's almost been just outstrengthened in the end. It's just soft and it's weak, and it's just very fragile, to concede a goal like that in a game like that at the stage of the season we're at. It's just a bit of a deflating, you would think, but actually United responded pretty well to it, but nevertheless it's an awful start.
It was a gift for Arsenal, though, right?
It was a gift in a game where I think we started pretty shaky. I think the goalkeeper will go through, but again, we're looking at that. The goalkeeper's got to come through with his stronger hand, his right hand has got to be stronger. He's covering and getting in front of him, and he's got to punch in his right hand. What he's trying to do with his left hand there, but it's a great ball in on him. So I think a more dominant keeper comes and gets that, or punches that, or does something. He's got himself in a position where he can't really do anything. And again, like Michael said, that is a very soft goal. What I'm pleased to see, to be honest.
But as Michael said, they responded well, United, and went close on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they've got themselves in the first stages in some good positions, especially the diagonal, the ball out here from Burmo. Then the left and the right, they've broken in. But it's been having that desire. There's been more desire for the Arsenal players to get back into the opening yard box to defend. When United have been in sort of good positions, and you'll see a couple more here. Arsenal have been a bit loose. This is a hell of a chance here. He goes through Kun, he gets a little bit lucky there. He's 1v1, you just felt he was going to run out of steam a little bit, but that gives you optimism, that gives you a little bit of belief that you can get in behind this Arsenal defence. They've looked a bit sloppy, defensively, strangely enough, but it's whether they've got the little bit of security, a little bit of magic, which you can see Kun here. It's a good save, and it's a good hand from there.
I think a lot of the tactics they've got Cunio, and they've had some success in terms of playing through, picking up second balls and breaking, but what that does is then takes your strikers a little bit deeper, so hence,
look at that, 3 leg touches.
So it's almost, to get to the box, there's been a lot of success, but they've almost had to take the player out of the front line to be able to do that. by playing a bit deeper, and then Cunha's been getting some success linking, and then Wemmo's been the one that's been stretching it a little bit, Bruno once or twice, but then to get that extra 10-15 yards into the box, we've seen a few times they've got there without the numbers in there, and it's a difficult one because the success of having the extra player in the middle of the pitch has given them a chance to get up the pitch, but it's that little bit on the end of it that they're
having that desire, Michael, isn't it, to get that red shirt in the box. You know, Arsenal have been a bit fragile, as I'm saying, but their desire to get back in the penalty area, to make the numbers up, has been better than United's defensive players, saying that we're getting in behind, I've got to get in the box. And I don't know, first game of the season, it's a lot to get in your penalty area and then go back into the box, and you know they look as if they're just off it a little bit, you know, to do that last third.
Yeah, I think listening to Martin O'Brien in the half-time chat there, he was saying that even when we did break and we did get it, it's not been good enough. And I think that if you're going to catch United, because United do look dangerous, they look like they can cause a problem. But if you're going to break on them, and when you do break, you have to take more time with the final pass.
Still poised, Arsenal in front, Manchester United have the positives, but they don't have the goal. What will evolve in the second half? Will Arsenal go on to get a winning start? Or can Ruben Amorim's side hit back? We shall see. 1-0 Arsenal at the break.
Broadcast proudly brought to you by Hicks, the official beer of the Premier League, and Betfair.
Brand new on DSTV. Dr. Watson uses incisive deductive reasoning to treat his medical patients. After 3 years of guardianship, insiders, experts, and Wendy herself open up about her fight for freedom. It doesn't need to be concerned at all. And a mad scientist tricks a group of kids into visiting a remote island. Stay connected to everything new on your home of entertainment, DSTV.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
Wherever you are, for whatever your reason, it's on Super Sports all season long. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
Wherever you are, for whatever your reason, it's on Super Sports all season long. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
At HFM, we don't just support online trades. We empower all traders to take the first step, to believe and grow. With real knowledge, lightning fast execution, and instant withdrawals, all on a trusted platform, HFM gives you the confidence to trade on your terms. Join millions across the globe. HFM, trade your way.
Life in Denmark can be quite different for an African legend like Michael Essien. The weather, the food, the silence. But there's always a place called home.
Home is where your heart is.
All the taste and walk in the bed. Rich, silky. Delicious Guinness Smooth. Now with the dairy new. As bold and vibrant as you. Guinness Smooth. Make it yours.
My brother may be blind, but for him, football is not just about what we see, but what we feel.
Go then in the second half at Old Trafford, Arsenal emerging from the tunnel. A goal to the good. Ruben Amorim and Mikel Arteta have both had their say. Neither have made any changes yet. Neither what is available to Ruben Amorim, including his new number 30, Benjamin Šeško, the 22-year-old Slovenian. He is amongst the Manchester United substitution. Ruben Amorim saying for the game, they have to think about the end of the game and who they introduce. And so far, plenty of positive going forward, but they haven't managed to find a way through that Arsenal back line. And that goal from Ricardo Calafiori still the difference, as Arsenal remember, unbeaten in the last 5 Premier League meetings, with Manchester United leading by a goal to nil here. Is there a response then on the opening day? Big second half ahead for both teams, two of the biggest net spenders in this summer so far. As we go back to Andy Townsend and to Conor McNamara.
Options on the bench have not been utilised just yet. Arsenal have only lost one of the last 52 Premier League away games in which they have led at half-time. Manchester United attacking the Stratford end in the second half are going to give this everything. Gabriel. De Ligt. Arsenal have now scored in each of the last 12 Premier League visits here to this stadium. Can they keep a clean sheet here in this second 45 minutes? Good work for Calafiori. Nice. Gress. Probably tried to just flick that up, but it's somewhat feeling it may have struck an arm. So I hope they're happy for play to continue.
Yeah, no genuine appeals from the Arsenal boys there.
Declan Rice looking to go direct to Saka, well intercepted by Shaw. And a heavy challenge from Ben White on Dorgu. Free kick to the home team. Suleiman made 6 line-breaking passes in the first half. That's the most elite player on the pitch. Here's what Mikel Arteta wants to see from his new show.
Yeah, I think Odegaard was the one part for me. The first half, they got into some nice areas. Picking the ball up and the half turn and travelling with it. It's very good like that. That's what I think Mikel Arteta will want more from those around him to look for him in those areas.
Does have further attacking options on the bench. Leandro Trossard, Noni Madueke, big money signing from Chelsea this summer. Kai Havertz too. Was beaten to it by De Ligt.
Nothing by way of a chance yet. Good to Gyökeres. He's working hard and you can see that the physical side of the game not a problem to him.
Dorgu. First new signings made by Ruben Amorim as he tries to force this team, and he's only missed the ball. Have gone out of play there for a throw before he came back in again. For Manchester United, the time for excuses has passed. Time for execution of the game plan has arrived. Samira. Dorgu back to Shaw. That's the work between the pair of them. And Smithson out, and that was on target. And away it skips. And out for a goal kick.
Just the run there from Luke Shaw wasn't tracked, I think, by Zubimendi. Cuts that back to Mason Mount. Got to hit it early.
Kai Havertz, as you can see, as early as match up there for Roby, he thought he might be getting ready to come on. There's a change here. 6 months since his last goal for Arsenal. Scored against Manchester City in early February, Kai Havertz. Shaw plays it off Saka. Manchester United, who finished 15th place last season. That's the lowest finish since promotion to the top flight in 1975. Pressure from Bucharest. Gabriel. Rice. Zubimendi. Next ball. Odegaard. 25th Premier League appearance today for Bayern, the goalkeeper. Manager's not able to keep that in play. It's a throw into Arsenal.
Again, I think that's careless from United. Bayern giving the ball to Luke Shaw there. Then pointing to him to knock it forward. Well, the goalie was the one there all the time to do that. He's putting his players under pressure a little bit, rolling into him. The Arsenal shirt is very close.
Big brother, Samiro, now down. Nova, Delect. Atmosphere around Old Trafford is still positive. The club boys from other supporters have been behind. They realise the team are playing okay. Here's Bucharest. Manchester United certainly wouldn't want to go 2-0 down. Cheers to the home supporters as Bucharest leads the ball back.
Just wanted to skip inside on the right foot to get the shot away. Just got stuck under his feet a little bit there, Jokovic.
He wanted the stage to make his mark today. Seems one of the best places to come. I still think it would be if Jokovic could get on the score sheet in his Premier League debut. India looking for the Descuya. Rolling into the back of him with Gabriel. Free kick to Manchester United.
Gabriel always struggling to get back, so that's a better ball for the goalkeeper. That's Plato. So pinged into Cunha a bit. Can't always get there and defend that.
Not many teams play it long towards Saliba Gabriel. Manchester United found some fruitful outcomes when they've done so today. Calafiori. That's not a good clearance at all. Bruno Fernandes. Gets it back to Matheus Cunha. Now in Bruno. New name settling into the new surroundings as Gabriel clears it. Bruno Fernandes just a little bit late to the collision out to the ball's away.
This is week of nine actually start the second half. There's been a lot of sloppy play on both teams. I think Gabriel is okay. I think everybody out there needs to tighten up, sharpen up a little bit all round. Both teams are very frustrated.
Coach Thomas Tuchel is here. Interested in the performance of Mason Mount in the matchup. Obviously Rice and Saka keeping an eye on Ben White too. Free kick to Manchester United. Casemiro, who sat deep today, doesn't quite have the legs to get up and down the pitch as he would have done earlier in his career, but he's kept a barrier in front of the back three.
All flurry of activity below us now. Both teams sending lots of players out to get warm, and I think for Ruben Amorim in particular, he senses it's going flat. He can pick it up with a change. You can see how they're ready to go.
He scored his shootout penalty in the FA Cup against Arsenal in January. The Manchester United player scored more Premier League goals last season than him. Ali comes in place of Diogo Paulo. So this should add a little bit more attack to Manchester United's right-hand side. First tactical personnel change of the day.
Yeah, and he always offers a positive threat, doesn't he? Diallo. Just got to get the ball to him now. Let him go and Calafiori on a yellow card.
The first touch for Rafa. He pulls in Casillas. He puts his own cross in. Rafa trying to continue. Still being touched by Luke Shaw. Takes Cunha, trying for goal. Held into the tight corner by Saliba. It's a really right toss Cunha, and he gets the front kick at the end of it. Manchester United's new number 10 was too hot to handle there.
Just show there actually how quick he is when he turns to receive that. This was that brilliant burst from Bruno. Gabriel gets back and thought he's wrestled to the ground a little bit there. Free weight play on, but Bruno's hit a couple of these free kicks into the first man at the near post. Got to make sure he gives one of those red shirts a chance.
Manchester United may be behind, but the ball certainly compared to standards of last season. Those of improvement, but they've got to make it count. Bruno Fernandes, top of Ryan. That's what Ryan wished he did to go in the first half. First chance to impress. Dogu. And Bruno. Martinelli getting close to Dogu. There's Cunha. Dogu. Bruno Fernandes is going to try and keep this in play. Nicholas is shielding, but it's gone for a goal kick. Strong fisted punch from the Spaniard.
Good work from the goalkeeper. Whenever anybody is standing on top of the ball's in the air, and you're positive about going after it, you should always be favoured as a goalkeeper.
It was almost a carbon copy of the Arsenal goal.
Correct.
Tata is quite incensed by the challenge of Bukayo Saka. A small shoulder Luke Shaw afterwards. Killarney still able to play. Watches are tight here, Arsenal on top, but they'll stay there. 1-0, always a dangerous lead in the Premier League.
Can be wiped out in an instant, literally. I think the key for United is when they, and if Amorim, I would definitely bring him on, Šeško.
doesn't go anywhere. The class director goes with that. Play continues. Such a bright spot for the last of recent seasons because soccer in the main, Manchester United captain pride today is improving. And you have to raise the volume. Just slipped away from it. That is the error of the day for the new side.
Yeah, that's poor. So, Mikel Arteta to make a couple of changes.
Now they've got to next to here is used Odegaard as a decoy, tries to take the ball. Declan Rice. And he wanted to steady himself and very disappointed not to have got that on target from there.
Yeah, he's been unusually quiet actually, Declan Rice today. Hasn't been able to get involved perhaps as much as he would like.
So double change for us here. Cross has been a cross. No danger going for him. Chances left with the move here to Old Trafford over the summer before signing for Arsenal. Nobody's place Martin Odegaard will be the one who steps out to allow Molly McBrickett to come out for his Arsenal debut. Almost 50 million pounds for Chelsea. That's 7 goals for Chelsea in all competitions last season.
I think it was a good addition from Mikel Arteta in the summer, maybe like Reiki. Had some really nice stuff at times for Chelsea last year, found a little bit more cutting edge and a few goals to his game.
No goals yet for Manchester United today. No, Manchester United have scored more than 8 times in the Premier League last season. And John Sushko remains on the bench for now. Casemiro. Shaw. Captain's Cunha, tackled there in the receiving end. We've reached the hour mark on Old Trafford, very important phase of the game coming up now.
United better in terms of their possession numbers, but seriously getting very well involved enough to try and work the Arsenal goalkeeper, get more balls in the 18-yard box, more runners in there. Just got to up that tempo, not easy as you get inside.
Dorgu, it proposed to the first half. Derek fouled, but he got it away. This is Kai Havertz. Declan Rice rolling hard ahead of him. It's held up by Delect. It's the sort of precision commitments that Manchester United need to see more of. Euro. Plenty of energy for Odegaard here. Taking several opponents. Not allowing Manchester United an easy exit ramp. It's going to be quite a bit of a pulse around here because the practice going on. It's so too. And Manchester is short leading.
He's got everybody left in Old Trafford. We're going to be hoping he keeps the rest of those boys out there a bit too.
Your opposition. Release Wilson has reviewed his body the player taken off to allow Chester's arrival. Sheffield comfortably in ahead of them bringing it.
As you would expect, such a hot day, really warm in Manchester today on such a hot day. The game is getting quite stretched, so the fresh legs get involved nice and early, can make the difference.
Many have come to Old Trafford today, specifically keen to see how Gyökeres and Šeško would get on. Gyökeres didn't record a shot, he didn't create a chance during this time on the pitch. We're about to see Šeško, this is Rice. Stopped one to lift. All the pressure of the series is the forces of interceptions and tackles today. But the biggest reward is for the arrival of the new number 30. 21 goals in all competitions for Leipzig last season. This is a transfer that Ruben Amorim really needs to work.
Yeah, he does. You're right. Got great attributes, watched a fair bit of him last season. As I mentioned earlier, kind of technically gifted that as a giant from that to 6'5".
Still drawing, actually top 22. Diverse Harris. I think he goes the other way. So Luba goes with a firm hand, Luba kind of much fast. "25 minutes to play. Manchester United yet to the shot on target in the second half. They've got to improve on that."
Yeah, both teams have been a little flat, to be honest. I think they're all feeling the effects of the conditions out there. But Arsenal have the lead. They have something to protect. United have to keep their foot to the floor and push.
Too late. Saliba. Quick ball for Euro, but he's won the ball. Imbubu. Šeško denied a touch by a sliding Declan Rice. Domenico kept it in. He can't keep possession. Imbubu. There's a threat here. Matheus Cunha calling for the edge. Came off his foot onto his arm.
It looked like he knocked it up onto his arm. It did.
Such proximity reckons off the roll. Yeah, body up to the arm is not penalised by the officials. The assistant referee, Paul Trinity, they did have a look at that, but they agree with the referee's call on the field. Shaw. Toscuna. Togo. Well tackled by Saliba. The record runs into Ugarte. Years of age, David Madueke. This is the best scoring campaign of his career so far. Looks to be offside there, he knew as well. holding this match to go. Takes Kuya. That's the soft and toys that convinced Manchester United to sign. That was brilliant. Now, can they use it? Bruno! Bernard! Can we get the shot away?
What a chance that was. Brilliant play from Cunha.
Bruno Fernandes. That was close.
That's close indeed. Look at that touch, that was wonderful. Absolutely brilliant skill, and that's when he's at his best, when he's got all the ice to travel into. Perfect ball from Bruno. He runs into the traffic, and then it's all getting caught under people's feet, and they just cannot get that shot away. United also now need to recognise in Šeško, they mentioned his size, don't be afraid to put it in there. Can go on the overlap, you can hang balls up in the air now and expect him to at least really compete with Gabriel and Saliba.
Well, they were the best key performance stats in the Premier League last season. Used to carving out goals from opportunities that are not necessarily clear-cut, and he very nearly fashioned something there. All started by the magic of Mateusz Cunha.
Cunha feels that Ben White is just taking the sting out of things, just when United get a little bit of momentum.
So the reinforcements being prepared, and the fullback nature. Kieran Timber, Miles, Lewis Skelly. Mikel Arteta, it would appear, about to rotate his fullbacks. And right back up on his feet. Well, he missed 3.5 weeks last season after undergoing knee surgery. Kieran Timber, who scored against Manchester United last season, and he's going to come out right back. What a campaign it was. Arsenal's on a substitute here. Miles Lewis Skelly, a breakthrough campaign for him. He will come on in place of the Italian Riccardo Calafiore, who departs the field with his goal separating the teams.
Again, because United have made changes, and Arteta responds, making sure he's got as much pace and fresh legs defensively as he can. I think Ben White was pretty solid today. Calafiore, as you said, he's got a knack of making important or having important moments that he throws in maybe no box.
There's a yellow card, Calafiore. Indeed. Only booking of the match, that might have been part of Mikel Arteta's calculations. Zubimendi. Great example there of what Mikel Arteta wants him to do. This is Kai Havertz against Dorgu. Timber. Last touch to it there. Good kick. Clock ticks on. With it over it. Still good time, but it's running out. Just repeated in the air by Gabriel. Bruno Fernandes, Ugarte. Zubimendi again disrupted. Pursued by Declan Rice. This is Dorgu. Šeško is in there. David Raya, so alert. Šeško. Don't think this attempt is going in target for him. Really got on the end of it as well.
Lovely play out from United. Good run from Dorgu. did the right thing. Again, put it in the box. Clips it in beautifully, doesn't it? And Burma, Miles Lewis Skelly just caught a little flat-footed and it's a great header, but terrific pick-up off the floor out from the goalkeeper. Making sure he gets both hands on that, knocking that nicely wide. Really good stop.
Reactions, effort for David Ryan there. Reflexes, razor sharp.
All those numbers, aren't they? They're all favouring United second half, apart from that one at the top. Just got to keep going, keep believing. Cunha's look useful when he gets the ball now. Still looks like he's got plenty of power in those legs to travel across the ground if they can find him just around the halfway line. On the half turn, it's going to be difficult to stop. Got to keep going.
Just going to leave it to Gabriel. And it's been penalised, free kick to Arsenal. To this game, Saliba and Gabriel probably expecting they were going to play against Benjamin Šeško from the start today, so they were ready for that element of an aerial physical battle. Timber. It does well against Adams. This is Ugarte. Referee is right this side down. He says no foul. It takes Cunha. Trying to be tricky. He was off balance for Tez Cunha. It wasn't a foul. Guard. Timber. Kicked in by Havertz. Last touch off direct. Quarter of an hour of normal time to play.
Yeah, chances have been a real bring out in the second half. Really able to dominate the ball and apply enough pressure. It's just the odd break here and there over these teams.
Arsenal, the last few seasons, they've got a case of so near and yet so far. They've felt the silver brush of the title on their fingertips, but they've also watched it slip away. Ruben Amorim still trying to get a firm grip. Fernandes. Bulu. Ugarte did well against Odegaard. Now Ahmad. Goes round, no again. But again, comfortable for Ryan.
Good feet from Ahmad there. Just no real sting in that shot, no problem for Ryan.
Go!
Euro. The future has Susan from the Academy wants to make central defensive changes late in games. It appears that Harry Maguire is going to be the next taxi off the rank.
Well, we know Harry Maguire could be useful if you get wide free kicks, corners. We'll go in there after those. So Ruben Amorim will have that in mind as well.
Euro. Ahmad. Goes around it again. Subimendi miscues. Šeško tried to set it up for a blow. So that's another one from Matheus Cunha. Luke Shaw. Too close to that.
Penalty!
as the ball came in, Miles Lewis Skelly was close to it. The assistant referee is going to have a look at that. In the meantime, play continues.
Oh, Kwasaba.
I've seen some
Oh, Kwasaba.
tonight. But can they get the whole product? It's just about it. The assistant referee, let's look to the replays of that. Incident to the penalty area, but the verdict is no penalty.
Yeah, I always thought the ball was never going to favour Ahmad. It was going to be difficult whether or not he was checked a little bit or not.
Hey, Goya.
Harry Maguire waits patiently to come on. His whistle goal was the late extra time winner. The Europa quarter-final against Lyon here. Here's another good shot.
Just not really close enough to the ball.
So Harry Maguire comes on in place of Luke Shaw. From Ryan, today.
It's a rarity from him, isn't it? Usually very neat and tidy.
Harry Maguire's first involvement in the game. To present to us a free kick within shooting range.
That's to get a card back, surely. I know Harry Maguire's literally just walked on, but you can't say just lost his bearings there. Maguire just knows exactly what he's doing. No way he's letting Havertz go. It's his arm across, that's the big card. He gets away with one there, maybe just because he's literally just walked on the field.
He's still prepared to make a change, presumably after this free kick. The goal that separates the teams came from a set piece in the first half. Could also wrap this up with another set piece goal in these final 10 minutes now. Arsenal beat Manchester United 2-0 at the Emirates last season. Both goals came from defenders, Timber and Saliba. The goal today has come from a defender. Tyler Boomer lying as the drafted streamer. Will it be Rice or will it be Odegaard? Touching obviously Ferguson. Scored some tackles for kicks in the Champions League last season. Sending the eyes of the keeper here. Declan Rice served netting. It took the glance off the ball. It's going to be a corner.
Lot to do. I don't think that was ever going to be able to come back enough. Sneak inside the post, but I'll be happy to take the corner here, Arsenal.
That is Declan Rice's final action of the game because Nico Marino is going to come on to replace him for these closing stages. 8 minutes plus the stoppages to go. Declan Rice to pass, hoping his team to win off here to secure 3 points in the opening weekend of the campaign. Germany have got 9 goals last season in all competitions, often deployed as a central striker. Always a threat in the penalty area, particularly airily. Shaka still in play. There's a foul on Miles Lewis Skelly. From Timber, in fact. Still in progress. Are they enough? Skelly, Delict, Havertz, the Chris is going to takes Cunha, Brian Boomer, takes Cunha, alive still, Delict, Doku. Led by Odegaard, not very far. This is Mario Gatto. Time attack for Manchester United now. Euro. Be careful not to lose it there. Saka steals. Timber. Brought down by Doku. Euro can't come in.
Well played there, Yuri and Timber. Just see Ugarte roll the ball when he's got a chance to put the ball in the box, rolls it to Delict, and then gives him it back, and they come across to Euro, eventually gets it caught under his feet. Arsenal intercepts and Timber draws the foul. I just think for United, when you particularly midfield players, if you've got a chance to look up and clip something in the box to pick someone out, you've got to take that option at this stage of the game.
Yellow card for Patrick Doku of Manchester United's first booking of the new campaign. There's been a yellow card just shown there to Gabriel. Not sure, was it Gabriel? Perhaps it was David Raya who got booked there for delaying taking the free kick. Gabriel complained about it, but we think David Raya was the one shown yellow. The second rule introduced at the Premier League this season to ensure goalkeepers do not waste time. So the Hooper keen to impress David Raya this opening weekend, but he won't be tolerated to waste time over free kicks either. It was Skelly with the throw. Maguire's header. And again. Gabriel. There are only 4 minutes of normal time remaining now.
Yeah, a lot of tired legs out there. They really are. United just haven't been able to stretch and disturb that Arsenal back line enough, really. They had those little flurries, 1-2 moments, but it's never been a spell where you fancy the goal is coming.
Manchester United's plan is going to be unpicked today. They started with a rhythm. Can they finish with one? Ugarte. More to steady himself, but there was no composure on the shot, no menace.
No. It's a shame that was a clipped ball from Nenio into Šeško, held it out well. Dropped it back, Ugarte had plenty of time.
Arsenal about to make it 6 Premier League meetings with Manchester United unbeaten. It's been flashes, particularly the takes Cunha by the Burma little moments. The chances chased away by an Arsenal team who've defended with discipline. Crucially, who took their chance when it came. Doku and Yoro both tried to kick together with Šeško. Šeško's been on the field over 20 minutes now. Mad. Delict's made an interesting run here, and Mad has spotted him. Delict. Matheus Cunha. Now he's appealing that he was fouled on the edge of the 6-yard box.
Great run from Delete.
Bruno, Manchester United, hoping for a late surge here. Xisco. Delete. Dogu. That's Odegaard who had his clear. Fortunately, the VAR did look at the appeals from Matheus Cunha, but they agreed with the referee's call on the field. No penalty. Noah, Wesley Saka has been quiet by his stages today. So Manchester United provide a late roar. Xisco, jumping in front of Dogu.
Clever run, wasn't it, there from Delete? Comes into Matheus Cunha. Sort of immediately appealing for that. You see enough in there. And when you see it from that angle, it's not direct contact from Saliba on the ball, is there? That angle, but we've been very surprised how they've been given, to be honest.
Final 20 seconds of normal time. For many clubs, after a poor season finishing at the bottom half of the table, there would be positives to be taken from an improved performance, but this isn't any other club here at Old Trafford. This is Manchester United, and they'll be disappointed if this finishes undefeated up to now. Six minutes to go. It's score from more of encouragement. 6 minutes is always enough time. Julian Timber, who's picked up a yellow card, a late flurry after a game which had very few bookings for the first 75 minutes, but he joins via Calfiore, and I think it's for time wasting. Timber, Odegaard, also just need to keep possession here to frustrate Manchester United, and which looks for comfort by the corner flag. It's clever though. Odegaard, is there an angle? Into the back of Saka, what a chance that was, corner!
Great little scoop from Odegaard, wasn't it, into Bukayo Saka. Clearly a deflection.
Really good touch, really good defending. Also the chance to late.
Brilliant challenge that.
Bukayo Saka, who has scored 3 goals against Manchester United in the past. Arsenal will take their time over this. Odegaard. Zubimendi. Challenge on a corner, referee reaches for the take of the can. Yellow card for the Arsenal substitute.
That is careless, that is. Wanted to sort that out quicker. They got away from him. That was unnecessary because this is now coming straight back into the box.
Obvious target here. It's played right at him. The ball by Mikel Merino. Like you're on the stadium, noise heading towards the exits early. This stadium of all places so used to late dramatic goals. Lewis Kelly acrobatic. Madueke. It's foul short by Ugarte. Midway through the 6 minutes that have been added on.
It's an unnecessary foul because it breaks the game up and gives Arsenal a chance to get a breather and get organised. Stay on your feet there.
Arsenal have been the architects of some beautiful football in recent seasons. The beauty without the big prize. He's left the cabinet cold. Arteta hoping they can start fast this season and hoping his team can finish stronger. Šeško using his height. Gallagher's mad. Couple of minutes to go. High and hopeful for Bruno Fernandes. Maguire underneath it. There's all sorts of pushing and tugging down. It was inside the penalty area. Manchester United fans and Harry Maguire looking towards the referee.
They both got a grip of each other really. Kind of collapses into Gabriel. But Fernandes has one last chance to maybe give someone an opportunity.
The University referee did look at that, but agrees, no penalty. This could be a last big chance. Maguire was at the back post. Saliba didn't fully clear it. Down. To a little lead. Ryan was relieved to see that. Maguire using his balked to good offences coming on, but is it going to be enough for Manchester United? Saka. Manchester United police into the corner. Here is for Madueke. That would have settled it for sure.
That's great play from first Odegaard and Bukayo Saka.
25 seconds of stoppages away. Maguire now playing as a centre forward. Too high for Šeško. Miscue by Madueke. Nicely done from Marino. Tired legs now. But that pass was too far. Yeah, this really is it now. In fact, the final whistle blows and the game is all over. It's an opening weekend win. Arsenal's new campaign is up and running. And it's another disappointment for Manchester United. And Calafield was born. And of course it came from order. Manchester United will regroup.
Aye. Man, oh my God, I'm lose too much. So my idea. Oh, lose too much. So my idea. Lose. I have it.
Yeah, it's a
United.
great win for Arsenal.
United.
They've won 5 of the last 6 in the Premier League against Manchester United now.
Then I see me.
Scoring home that crucial goal. Just 13 minutes, and ultimately it has decided this
Oh, Charlie.
And, as you said right from the start of the day today, right, it was
Really,
all
I quite
about the
yam
result. You can pick out things with the performance, but they've got over the line now, so huge 3 points.
Yeah, they have. I think it is vitally important that they don't lose the game. You'd like to see more from certain individuals. I thought that was very quiet. I thought Saka was